So it's traditional versus tropical in today's Pudding Kitchen, with Mary Walton's classic strawberry tart going up against Patricia Jones's exotic 5-fruit calypso pudding.
And into the Pudding Kitchen we go, where we say good afternoon to Patricia and to Mary. Those strawberries look fantastic.
Yeah, they're super, aren't they?
They're local?
Yes, they're local.
How are you feeling? Are you feeling sort of full of rivalry?
No, not really.
You're getting on too well,
yes,
you
we
two,
are.
aren't you? Patricia,
hello there.
Who wrote that poem? Tell us the truth. When you
I
went to
wrote
the
it
audition.
myself.
Did you?
I'm very talented, yes. I wrote it myself.
Lovely. Well, let's hope you're talented enough to convince the judges that you can make it to the regional finals of Britain's Best Dish, because, ladies, that's what you're cooking for.
Community magazine editor Patricia is inspired by professional chef Rusty Lee and is more than confident her pudding will win through.
I love a challenge, and, yeah, with the calypso puddings, I think it's unbeatable, basically.
Professional cake maker Mary is hoping her strawberry sensation will get the judges' vote, but she's under no illusion about the strength of the competition.
My strawberry tart and her calypso pudding are very, very different, and I think it will depend on the day which the judges prefer.
Patricia begins making her 5-fruit calypso pudding by mixing flour, margarine and coconut flour in a bowl. She adds sugar and a pinch of ginger to finish her crumble mix.
Here's our crumble topping. A bit more sugar going in. It's going to be a very sweet dish.
She takes tinned guavas, papaya, mango, pineapple and a fresh banana and spreads out in a pie dish. She then adds a tin of fruit cocktail, something the judges may not be too pleased about.
I think the idea of having a sort of Caribbean crumble with loads of lovely, luscious tropical fruits and a crumble made with coconut flour is a very, very good idea indeed. What I don't like is 5 tins of fruit being opened and a sliced banana and then a bit of crumble on top. I'm afraid that's not good enough.
Rather than using fresh fruits and cooking them in syrups to make them sweeter and softer, she's allowed the manufacturer to do that on her behalf.
The fruit is then covered with the crumble mix and baked in the oven. Meanwhile, she combines custard powder with milk and sugar to make her custard. In the rival kitchen, Mary starts on her strawberry tart. For her custard, she heats cream, milk and a vanilla pod.
She has picked up on one of the things mentioned at the audition, which is that it would be nice to see some vanilla in her custard. And there it goes into her, I'm sure, very traditional recipe.
She then adds beaten egg yolks, flour, corn flour and sugar. But things don't always go according to plan.
That worries me. It's raw flour going into the...
Oh, my golly gosh.
The
cool,
creme anglaise of our custard there, just...
She's actually nodding her head.
The custard is a disaster, and I did say that, and this is the base.
Oh, my God. This is... Oh, my gosh.
It's split. All the fat's coming out of it.
Mary's turned the heat up too high, causing the eggs to overcook and the cream to separate.
That's absolutely the most disgusting-looking mess I have seen yet.
I'm not eating that. You do it.
She has another go at her custard, this time more successfully. It's then spread over her pastry base and covered with English strawberries, which are glazed with a Cointreau and red currant jelly reduction.
It gets easier from here on in. We're at the pudding stage. Tell me, you've been watching Patricia at work. Gilly, does it go against her that she uses fruit from a tin?
Throughout the competition, we've been pretty hard on people who buy their ingredients ready, prepared. I'm not a great tinned fruit fan, to be truthful, and tinned peaches, you can get lovely peaches. I'm disappointed, but I'm hoping the crumble will be lovely.
Custard nightmares.
Yeah, no, we've had a lot of trouble with our custard today, but look, fair play. She's made another one, put it together, and we'll just have to wait and see, and the proof's going to be in the tasting, after all. Most people would have run off when a disaster like that happened, so you've got to admire her courage. She's done really well today.
Join us after the break when the judges will get to taste the traditional and the tropical before delivering 3 big decisions. See you in a moment. Welcome back to Britain's Best Dish, where we're fast approaching the big moment for tonight's 6 cooks. The panel have sampled the starters and the mains, and soon they'll get their hands on the puddings. Before they do, I'll have a chat with Patricia and Mary. How are you feeling now?
Oh, devastated.
Oh, really?
Well, my custard split.
Right. The judges so far seem to think that you've pulled it back, have you?
I don't know. We'll have to see what they say when they taste it.
Patricia, what about you?
Hello. Oh, it hasn't gone too bad.
What have you got a little custard going as well, have you?
Yeah, I've done some custard, yeah.
It's the story of the custard kitchens, isn't it? Your
It
crumble's
is, yeah.
ready?
It is. It's all ready.
Well, it's time to serve up. Good luck, ladies.
Thank you.
So in today's pudding kitchen, it's Mary's traditional summer strawberry tart, which only just made it to the judges' table. But will Mary's tart be put in the shade by Patricia's exotic 5-fruit calypso pudding, served with hot custard?
By Mary's own admission, things haven't gone to plan, and it is with Mary's strawberry tart that we start.
Pastry's all right, actually. It has turned out OK. It's a little bit thick, but the custard hasn't set, so it's a bit gloopy.
Ed?
The presentation's fallen apart slightly. Because I think, you know, she had to do things a second time round. It hasn't allowed the custard to set, but it's actually much better than I thought it was going to be.
Thank you. Gilly?
I'm loving the strawberries, actually. I was slightly doubtful about the glaze that was going to go on them. It was good at the auditions, and it's OK today.
John?
I think the pastry's lovely, and strawberries, when they're English, they're the best. It's a shame about the custard, but all in all, that's a very good pastry.
Wow. Well done, her. All right, we've got... I think we've got to get an umbrella off the canvas.
I do think my dish is better than Mary's dish. It's got Caribbean fruits and it's unique.
John, you start us off this time.
This takes me back to my childhood, and to be perfectly frank with you, I love the coconut flavour of the toasted coconut flavour of the crumble, and I'd rather have that custard than that one.
OK, Gilly.
I really don't like the taste of the tinned fruit. I think although the coconut in the crumble gives it a nice flavour, it's stodgy as anything. It really is.
Right. Ed?
I quite like the coconut element of the dish. And I know, the thing is, though, and I know it's all come out of tins and packets and jars, and if I made this for my sons, they'd eat it, and they'd eat it and eat it and eat it.
OK. Don't know what to make of any of that, do you? We'll find out what the judges think a little later. They're off to do some work now. In the meantime, we're going to remind ourselves of today's dishes.
And in the pudding kitchen, all the fruit may have been out of a tin, but it was like father, like son, as Ed said his boys would eat up all of Patricia's 5-fruit calypso pudding. And even though Mary's pudding was a near disaster, John said her strawberry tart had very good pastry.
Very good. On to today's puddings. Is it to be Mary's strawberry tart or Patricia's calypso pudding? The winning pud is... Mary's strawberry tart. Gilly.
The pressure of the kitchen does get to some of our contestants, and they do have calamities, but you did manage to pull yours back. You kept your cool head, and we really admire your pastry. And your strawberries were very nice, too, with their little glaze. Maybe the custard needed a little bit of work.
Well done, Mary. We want to thank all of this evening's contestants. As you know, only 3 can fight another day. So, sadly, this is the moment when we say goodbye to those who didn't make it. Thanks for being here.